What's up, guys? It's Shaq from Team Domination, and as the title says, this is my Yugioh 2010 Edison format undefeated Gravekeeper deck list. If you want a history behind 2010 Edison format, check out my buddy Joe Giolondo's YouTube channel, Yugioh_history. But without further ado, let's get into the deck profile. Starting off from the monsters, there's not that many monsters. Gravekeeper's Commandant. No need to explain, he gets you Necro Valley, and if you already have Necro Valley, you could just summon him and he's automatically a 21 beater. Spies, don't need to explain. 2 Descendant instead of 3. I don't want to see too many Descendants. If anything, I don't want to open Descendant either. Essentially, you want to flip Gravekeeper's Spy, special summon Descendant or Assailant, and kind of go from there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. 2 Assailants. I was on 1 Assailant originally. You really want to see this come up more often because its ability to change the battle position of one of your opponent's monsters when it declares an attack while Necro Valley is on the field is actually pretty busted, especially in the Edison format at this time, because any monster that's above 1800 or 1800 and above is pretty strong at this point, so yeah. Last Gravekeeper monster is Guard. I originally had Gale in here, but I find myself citing in Guard more than anything. A lot of the times, a lot of people can't get over a 24 beast defense monster, so it comes in clutch a lot of the times. 2 Thunder Kings. Honestly, this tech choice was actually from another person who actually put 2 TKs in their deck list, and I actually like it as opposed to like Cyber Dragon or Gores or anything like that, because if you don't draw like a Gravekeeper monster, you can just summon this, and this with Necro Valley is actually pretty strong. And the last monster is Morphing Jar. A lot of people question me about Morphing Jar. A lot of the times, if I have Morphing Jar and cards I don't really care about, or if I have back row, I set the back row, set the Morphing Jar, and pass. And since people will most likely either see a Necro Valley, they'll know what I'm playing and assume it's a Spy, or if I don't have a Necro Valley up and I just set this with back row, they don't know what I'm playing, so they'll probably blind attack it. So that's it for monsters. I believe it's 14 monsters. Onto the spells. 3 Necro Valley, and honestly, this is the true MVP of the deck. Royal Tribute. You can essentially call this Royal Tribute Turbo, because if you don't have any monsters in your hand, like I said, I run a small monster count, so it's only 14. So like there are hands where I at least have 2 monsters, but I'll set 1 or summon 1, have Necro Valley, activate Royal Tribute, and a lot of the times with the type of decks that are in this format, like let's see, like Dandy, Quick Draw, Glads, Lightsworn, Chaos, Frogs. So a lot of the times you will hit multiple monsters, and then there are times where it's really rare where you don't hit any monsters at all. But yeah. 2 Stel, 2 Book of Moons instead of 3. Honestly, I don't want to clog on Book of Moons, to be honest with you, if that makes sense. I tried 3, I didn't like it, but 2 is actually perfect. 2 Upstarts, 1 Amnesty, and 1 Heavy Storm, and that wraps up the spells. For the traps, 2 Skill Drain. I originally had Fiendish Chain in here, but I found Skill Drain is like way better, because Fiendish Chain only hits 1 monster, and as soon as that monster leaves the field, like Fiendish Chain either like floats or it just goes away. This Skill Drain hits absolutely everything. I have like big defense monsters and some decent attack monsters, so it's just like it doesn't really affect me too much. If I set a Spy and I flip Skill Drain prior to me flipping the Spy, I just have a 25 defense monster. So generic, 2 Dimensional Fissure, 2 Bottomless, and 2 Starlight Roads. I originally was on only 1, but like I said, in this format, like there's a lot of destructive cards such as like Torrential, Mirror Force, Heavy Storm, and there's so many other cards, and JD for Light Sworns that just blows up the entire field, and like Stardust just comes in clutch. I don't really, like I said, I don't play Gale that much anymore. But I go back and forth sometimes. And then the one-ofs, the last of the traps, Torrential, Mirror Force, Judgment, and the OP card, Royal Oppression. Royal Oppression in this format is absolutely insane. Special summon Cyber Dragon, the Yi. The only special summon it doesn't stop is Gores because it's during damage step, but it stops absolutely everything else. And that's the main deck. That is 40 cards. Let's get to the side deck. Side deck, Snowman Eater, generic 2 Cyber Dragons for Chimera Tech. If you play against gadgets, you just summon this and like contact fuse the entire board. 2 Falso Dyna to wrap up the monsters for the side deck. It's generic, like I said, just stop special summons, destroy all special summon monsters if it's flip face up. 1 Smashing Ground. I see a lot of people have 2. I don't mind 1. It's no big deal for me. So I usually get over my opponent's monsters anyway. My favorite trap card till this day: 2 Compulse, 2 Rivalry, and 2 Deck Devi. Deck Devi is really good in this deck, obviously, because just tribute Descendant, Assailant, or whatever 2000 attack or higher dark monster, and just pretty much crap on my opponent's deck. 2 Cylinder, and pretty much this Phoenix Wind Blast. I don't like it. I may change it at some point. I don't know what I want to put in instead, but this is just everything I have for the side deck. Extra deck, not that much. 2 Stardust for Starlight Road. Generic synchros like Black Rose, Ancient Fairy, Brio, and the 2 Chimera Tech. I'll add more, but honestly, I don't synchro really in this deck. It's really just the Stardust for Starlight Road. So, and that's it for the deck profile. And hopefully, the next Edison event, which should be later in September, I may play a different deck. I've been playing this deck for the past 4 months for every Edison event. The first Edison event I almost topped, but lost before top cut. Then the second and third one I topped, and then the most recent one, which is the 4th one, I won the entire thing. So I'm very proud of Gravekeepers. I've always loved Gravekeepers, even back in the day. And oh god, this is my favorite Edison deck. But with that being said, it's Shaq from Team Domination. Peace.